Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we're going to be breaking down how you guys can buy sneakers on websites like Grailed, eBay, and even Instagram while avoiding getting scammed. Let's get into it. So in the previous video that I've done, I talked a lot about doing your research and knowing the shoe that you actually want to buy. Let's get a little bit more specific. When you're shopping online for shoes and all you have is the image that the seller is putting up, you need to know exactly what it looks like. So most of the things that you actually need to look into are mainly on the shoe itself. You need to look at where the designs are placed. For example, where the holes on the toe box are actually placed. Are those aligned? Are they curved? You also need to look at the size tag placement. Is that on the side or is it on the tongue of the shoe? You can also look at the serial numbers in the shoe as well as the serial numbers on the box. You also need to make sure that you see the date that is listed on the shoe. There are a lot of websites, which I'm going to list down below, that can help you verify these and actually know what date is supposed to be there, as well as the placement of the tags, what the holes are supposed to look like on the front, and things of that nature. With that being said, the seller needs to have images of all of these things. They need to have the shoe, they need to have the box, they need to have the dust bag, they need to have everything shown. And if not, contact them and get that. You really need to go into depth when buying these sneakers because you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on a shoe and have it be a replica. So spend the necessary amount of time on this first step. So adding on to all of that, you also need to make sure that you know the differences between the years. So perfect example. These Chicagos right here are a 2013. There's also a 2015 release and releases way before that as well. But the main difference between the 2015 and the 2013 is the Jumpman on the back. The 2013s have a Jumpman on the back, whereas the 2015s don't. And also the prices vary a little bit. At this moment, the 2015 are going for more than the 2013s are, but that's a whole nother discussion. So just to recap, the first thing on your checklist is to know the shoe and do your research. The second thing that we're going to add on to your checklist is to contact the seller. So the reason as to why you want to contact the seller is to know how they communicate. You don't want to do business with someone that takes a month to respond. So you want to do business with someone that is actually on their game, answering within a day or two, so that you can actually ask the questions and get everything you need ASAP. So the next thing under contacting the seller is to ask for more proof of them having the shoe in hand. If the pictures that they have online already are not sufficient enough for you to do your research, you need to ask them for more. So after receiving all those pictures and them not having an issue with all of the things that you've requested, that's to make you feel a little bit more comfortable in trusting the seller that you're shopping for. Another thing you need to ask for from these sellers are receipts and proof of payment for the shoe. So if they say, oh, well, I got this off of Sneakers or I got this from Foot Locker, there are receipts or screenshots that they can provide to you. So if they say, oh, well, I got it as a gift, or I lost the receipt, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that can be true, but if they're sketchy and your intuition is giving you a little bit of signs, and then they're not also giving you the receipt or proof of payment, then it's a dub. Like, just leave it alone. So yeah, I understand that everyone is going to keep their receipts, but it's a good thing to ask for because you can easily catch people in lies or, avoid problems later down the line. So another thing that I actually talked about in my previous video is the reviews. Make sure that you're reading the reviews to a T. So if you see an amount of reviews, don't just go by just seeing the amount of reviews. You need to make sure that all those reviews are legit and they're actual real people leaving those reviews. On Grailed, it's a little bit confusing at first. When you look at a seller's username, they usually have a number in parentheses there. That is not the amount of reviews they have. That is the amount of transactions that they've done. And specifically for Grailed, in order to see those reviews, you need to click on the username, scroll down a little bit, and go through those reviews. One thing that I like to do is to actually read the negative reviews first because those are the people who like to air out the seller. Also, those are the people who are going to be as honest as possible. One thing that you can do to avoid getting scammed on Instagram is going through those followers, making sure that they're all legit. You don't have to click on every single follower, but you can go through a handful of them just to make you feel more comfortable in trusting the seller as well as knowing that they're real. So again, you're spending hundreds of dollars. Take the time to go through all of these things. Adding on to that, you need to do some Google image searches. So the reason as to why I said this is because in the past I have shopped on Grailed and I have done a Google image search and I saw that same image on multiple sites under multiple different sellers. Regardless if the sneaker in the picture is legit or not, they cannot really prove to you that they have that sneaker unless they give you more photos. But it's still kind of sketchy to see that same photo being used multiple times. I do know that some sellers get lazy and they just take the photos from the person that they bought them from, but still, if you see something like that, speak up, ask questions, and if they can't, it's a dub. Before I move on, another thing I want to add on to that is it's a very small world. People out here want sneakers. So if you're looking at a seller and they look legit, there are also other people looking at that same seller or has bought from that seller. So make sure that you communicate to your friends and ask them if they've used the seller before you move forward and actually put a purchase in. If they haven't, that's when you go into forums, see real life comments from people who have actually gone through the buying process with that specific seller. So another thing I actually talked about in my previous video is the price. If it's too good to be true, guys, it's too good to be true. Just leave it alone. Avoid those really low prices. There are no deals out here. People are not trying to give discounts off of sneakers. You see the Off-White Chicago ones or the Travis Scott ones selling for like $500, guys, it's a dub. Just leave it. And head yourself over to one of the legitimate websites that I will have listed down below. So if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Let's get into ways of payment. So not only can you get scammed by getting a fake shoe, you can get scammed out of your money as well. What you want to avoid doing is paying with PayPal friends and family, using Zelle, sending money as a gift, all those types of things. The reason as to why you want to avoid sending money like that is because you cannot file a dispute from that. Once that money has been sent as a gift or through friends and family or the Zelle, you cannot get it back unless the seller wants to give it to you. But honestly, I think it's a loss. The one way you can send money to a seller that's an actual like payment system already instilled is using PayPal. When you are paying as if you are buying a good or service from PayPal, numbers need to be provided before the money is actually released from your account. So with that being said, if they don't provide, and the same thing with Grailed and I believe eBay, don't quote me on that, but I know Grailed has that for sure, where if they don't provide the tracking number, the money will not be released from the buyer's account into the seller's account. Once the tracking number is provided, then the money from the buyer's account is released into the seller's account. Only send money through PayPal as a good or service. Do not use friends or family. It is the top way to get scammed out here. So now you've done your research, you got all the photos you need, you know exactly what you're looking for, you contacted the seller, you know exactly who you're working with and how they operate, you paid through PayPal, and you make sure that your end is secured. So now let's get into some of the things you need to do after you receive the shoe or post-purchase. One thing that you can definitely do is get the sneakers authenticated. One place I know for sure that you can go to is Stadium Goods. And I'm from New York, so Stadium Goods is right there in the city. And if you're not in New York and you don't have big body stores like Flight Club, Stadium Goods, and all those other stores out there, you can search online. Like, it literally is just a click away. You search, where can I get sneakers authenticated? They'll give you some stores, and if those stores seem sketch to you, do research on the stores as well. Like, there are forums and all the information is out there. You just really have to search for it. If it turns out that they're fake and you paid through PayPal, you are secured because you can tell them that what they sold to you or the good that was received is not what was advertised. They sold you a fake shoe, and that's what it is. And so you can get all your money back. If you use all those like Zells and all the friends and families, you're at a loss. So like I said, that just intensifies the reality of using PayPal. Get them authenticated. If they're fake, send them back. To do what you need to do in order to make sure that the sneakers you have are real. And that's all there really is to it. If you like this video, give it a like. Let me know down in the comments. If it helps you, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, if something is not clear or if you need more clarification, again, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below and let me know. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've had a sneaker collection since I was in middle school. I'm now out of college, so like I've been doing this for a while, and my brother has been doing this for longer than I have. So I have knowledge and I'm gonna share it with all you guys. So let's grind out here. Don't let the sneakers that put you down. But all jokes aside, thank you guys so much for watching, and also thank you to all my subscribers. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you. If there's something that you want to know or something you want to see on this channel, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below and let me know that as well. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, y'all.